Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. Hey you guys, welcome to Modern Thought. My name is Spencer and welcome to the channel. So today's video, the title is obviously Don't Be an Artist. I didn't come up with this title or the kind of subject matter on my own. I actually got the idea from a video by Hayden Smith. Sorry Hayden for butchering your name, like he's gonna watch this video. Anyways, he made a video where basically he tried to make a commercial that would normally cost about $1 million with $500 budget. That's resourceful. Basically what he did was he took stock footage and stock music and hired a writer and a voiceover actress. I think they were one and the same, if I remember correctly from the video. She did an awesome job. And the theme was, don't be an artist. And it's a sarcastic tone because obviously the commercial that they made was be an artist. In fact, at the very end, I think the last thing was screw it, be an artist. That was the last line of the commercial. Essentially, I tried really hard to think about why people that aren't creatives, that don't work in the creative field, why they almost seem to have it out for people that want to go into the creative field. And I don't understand why. They always tell you, don't be an artist, don't do this, you can't make a living. Come on, well, that's just a dream. Okay, great. I graduated art school when I was 12. Welcome to the real world. And I think it's an interesting point. Number one, because these are the same people that complain that art isn't good anymore, that music isn't what it used to be, movies aren't what they used to be, books aren't what they used to be, so on and so forth. But then they discourage you from doing it. So you would think, hey, listen, if the artists aren't as good as they used to be, why are you discouraging people? Because you could be discouraging the next Hemingway, you could be discouraging the next Bach, the next Picasso, the next Tom Ford. So why would they do that? It seems a little counterintuitive. I really try to think about why. What is it in them that is kind of a naysayer, so to speak? And I think I don't want to say came up with a reason. This is my hypothesis, okay? I could be wrong. This is just my personal opinion. I think they say it because I don't want to say, oh, they're jealous, bro. They're jealous of everything we have. That's not what I mean. I think there's a little bit of resentment because maybe they always thought about it, but they either couldn't do it or just didn't have the guts to go for it. They decided to take the safe route, which is nothing wrong with doing it. Listen, if you're not a creative, don't do it. Being in a creative field, doing something artistic is something you do because you have no choice. Nothing else that you could possibly do that wouldn't want to make you jump off a cliff, to be quite honest with you. I know that because I would consider myself a creative person, an artist. Obviously now I'm starting a YouTube channel, but my day job, I'm a professional wedding photographer. That's my job. That's how I support my family. That's how I pay my bills. YouTube is kind of a creative outlet for me, a way to express ideas, a way to explore ideas and explore thoughts and maybe contribute a little bit and share a new different perspective. Not that I have anything better to give than you, it's just a different perspective. I think it's similar to sleeping, why people tell you that, and I'll explain why. If you like sleep, if you enjoy to sleep, like I do, sometimes I wake up at 8, sometimes I wake up at 9. People who wake up early look down on you for that. It's really like, you're not hurting anybody, but they look at you like, sleep till 9, the day's halfway over, bro. Jeez, get a life. It's like, well, what does it matter to you? I'm not hurting anybody. I'm sleeping. I'm not bothering anybody. It's like the Beatles song. I'm only sleep. I'm not hurting anybody. And I think it's because those people resent that you can sleep till 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever, or get 10 hours of sleep. I think there's a little bit of resentment like, I can't, so why should they be able to? I think it's the same way with being creative and being an artist. I think some people, they couldn't do it or they didn't have the guts to do it. And so they thought to themselves, well, if I can't do it, why should they? Who do they think they are? I think that's part of it. Another complaint that people, naysayers we'll call them, seem to have is art isn't relevant anymore. Like it was when Fitzgerald wrote The Great Gatsby, where people would wait in line for books. Yeah, that's true about books, but art in general, the answer is no. Art and creativity are way more prevalent today than they've ever been. Think about it. Why did you buy the pair of shoes you're wearing? Unless they're work shoes, obviously. It's because you like the look of them, the color selection, the way the lines work. Guess what? An artist designed it. Why do you want that Ferrari that you've always dreamed of? Or maybe you have, maybe some rich viewers. Good on you. Why do you want a Porsche? Why do you want a Tesla? Because they're beautiful. Guess what? Someone created that. So an artist sat down and designed it. Guess what? I can download 10,000 songs on my phone today, given that I had the time and the thumb dexterity to do so. That's art. That's consuming art. Art is way more prevalent today than it's ever been. You used to have to, I remember when I was a kid, if you wanted a album or if you wanted a single or whatever, guess what? I had to go to either like Sam & Goody or Tower Records or Best Buy, and I had to buy a CD. And that's not even that old. I remember when I was a young kid in the 90s, you had to buy little cassettes. And you have to rewind them and start it from the beginning. Now, I have like 10,000 songs on my phone. YouTube, what we're on right now. YouTube is art, especially over the last 10 years on YouTube. People are making videos that, in my opinion, compete with cinema, compete with studios. That's art. And now they're not gatekeepers anymore. They're not people that can tell you that work in an office that aren't creative themselves, like studio execs and marketing teams that tell you, oh, you're not good enough to make it. People are just saying, fuck it. I'm going to grab my cell phone. I'm going to grab a $500 camera. I'm gonna make my own content, and they're doing it. And guess what? They're being successful. They're reaching audiences. A little kid from Wyoming can kill it when it comes to his YouTube channel that would never have been given a chance or a opportunity with a major label or studio, major publisher. That now is possible when it never was before. And guess what? It's always been culturally relevant. The Mona Lisa, how influential has that been on modern day? People go out of their way and visit Paris just for that sometimes. Think about it. World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War. They were all influenced by the Uncle Sam I Want You poster. We've all seen it. We all know it. That actually helped us win wars. Not the Vietnam War. We didn't win that one. And guess what? Believe it or not, the I Want You poster, Uncle Sam, helped. Because it recruited more people. Because they wanted to be patriotic. Art has the power to persuade, to influence, to change minds, to raise awareness. That's a fact. You're telling me that Titanic would be as successful as it was if it wasn't for that song? You know the song. You like the song. In fact, you still like the song and you know it and I know it. Because guess what? I secretly like the song too. There's nothing to be. Shouldn't have had to see that. Sorry about that. Albert Einstein has a great quote, which you assume he's a scientist, mathematician. He's the antithesis of art. Think again.
I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world.
Mic drop. I don't have a mic. The mic's up here, but if I had one, mic drop. Another quote that I like is from Picasso. This is actually one of my favorite quotes of all time. The purpose of art is washing the dust of daily life off our souls. Perfect. Art is so much more than just pretty pictures and paintings that don't mean anything and that don't have anything to offer in the real world. That's not true. They change the world. They persuade. They do a lot. If you're an artist and you have no choice and you're young, listen, I'm 33. I wouldn't consider that necessarily young, but I'm not old. But if you're like 18, 20, and you think, you know what, I can't live without being an artist, that's the only option for me, do it. Do it. I feel like Shia LaBeouf. Do it! Do it! Do it! Seriously, because we need more artists. And I like how people say we have enough artists. Do we have enough doctors? Do we have enough lawyers? We have enough lawyers. Do we have enough nurses? Do we have enough scientists? No, we don't have enough artists because guess what? Art can always get better. And the more people that go into the arts, the better the art will be. Fact. Art is about contributing to the world. Ideas, images, stories, insights. How could that be a bad thing? As long as you're doing it responsible and not hateful and not violent, how could that be a bad thing? Seriously, why would you discourage that? Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Please be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you agree with me, and if you don't agree with me, just tell me you agree with me anyways. And if you're not familiar with Hayden's YouTube video, please visit it. The dude's awesome. His editing is it's freaking unbelievable. He's taught me so much because when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't really know much about editing. I still don't know anything about editing, but he has helped me a lot. The dude's an amazing storyteller through his editing. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Spencer. This is Modern Thought. Catch you next time.